Only one win the difference between them, and as I mentioned, United could level up on 11 wins if they get the result here, but they'll have to do it against a team that's had their number twice this season, as Steve.
Didn't score in the second, only attempted 1 or 2 shots.
There's a chance for Illy, had the ball poked away from him, but Melbourne get some help and they get it done, and the first score belongs to Isaac Humphries. Averaging 16 minutes a game this season. Top 3 in the league in block shots. Here's Golding in the corner. And he makes it count as Melbourne open up with a 5-point buck. Bounce pass. Chris Levick, who's been in good form. He too is off the mark. Comes back to Kelly. Bounce pass Weeks. He takes them on. Elevates, comes up with the goods after they missed their first 8 shots.
To get his rest, and now who comes in for him? No other than Jack McVeigh. Instant offense off the bench.
That's not playing against Melbourne United.
Hughes Doyle puts it on the deck against Tucker. Ran into a brick wall. Lee was there to the help D. Now Majette feeds Chris Levick. Used his body well there and comes up with another 2. Inside Tucker, lost control, but regathers though in traffic. Steps between 2 would-be defenders and helps himself to the 2.
Good offensive poise by Ray Jean.
That's exactly how Tasmania want to play.
Here's Golding, baseline, firing and coming up with another bucket. And 1 of 6 from inside the line to start this game. The Jack Jumpers, but only down 4 at the moment. McVeigh takes on Aquera and did a good job.
Passionate about the way they play. They're moving that ball around like the Golden State Warriors. They just don't have the shooters like the Golden State Warriors. But again, they've missed a lot of shots.
They share the ball. Guys are always moving. When the shot goes up, guys are in rebounding position. A lot of teams play way more stagnant. Jack Jumpers are always on the move.
McVeigh baseline. Swing the ball around the perimeter. McVeigh hands over. Isaac White. It's Chris Levick. Now Majette. He steps back to 3 ball and comes up with a knockdown 3. Jack Jumpers in front for the first time in the game as we move inside the last 2 minutes of this opening quarter. And that's a nice move there from Rattan, mate. Majette, the only starter on the floor for the moment here for the Jack Jumpers, is White. Works to the foul line and fires. He's full of confidence at the moment and comes up with a 2 to extend their lead. Faye being good off the bench, muscles his way in from close range. He's got 6. Jack Jumpers lead by 3. Shooting woes continue for the Jack Jumpers. Just 27% from the field. Shovel pass from Tucker gets Lee, and good look down.
Boss, we've seen him what he can do on the defensive end. Doesn't necessarily get a heap of blocks, but he just alters the shots, and as we praise him, can't miss him.
At all. Dave Barlow just back from concussion. Here's Marcus Lee, whose numbers have been outstanding. He just does the little things like that to create opportunities, and he helps himself to 2 more.
Does not matter. When you practice them all as part of your workouts, you're allowed that freedom.
Aquera, he's going to have to step up in the absence of Barlow and Humphries, and comes good with his first score.
We went to many, many games, of course, all the games back in the college days, and we have, this is our vacation, going to watch Josh play basketball.
Been an eventful 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Both teams in front, tied at 24 at the moment. And off the glass, good finish coming there from McDonald in his scoring account.
What a season Sean McDonald's had. I see he's hello. Good pass, way to run the floor. Marcus Lee, David Aquera puts it up there for him.
Talk about just playing with a different level of confidence. And another one has just earned his minutes in this rotation.
Doyle fires, comes up with a good to encourage him, but to get him to a situation where he's improved so dramatically and confidence and now demanding those extra minutes. Lee, again, being influential here. So he's got 8 points in the game, Marcus Lee.
He's going to have to play more minutes than that due to the fact that we might not see Ice back out here. But Doyle gets his first 2 of the game.
Oh,
boy.
He's got the physicality. Have a look at this. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, that is just disgusting.
Shots up. We got 4 turnovers for the game. Normally, the Jack Jumpers will get you into 20 turnovers for the game, and that starts their transition. But right now, the United have been very efficient with the ball. That's why this game is still tight.
Like Tassie, but especially in the nest.
Here's McVeigh exploring against Newley. Went to the left-hand side, gets it done. Full credit to Scott Roth and the Jack Jumpers. They average 84 points a game, and they restrict teams to 82. They just do enough to get across the line. Tucker comes up with the three.
Really well after struggling early. 39% from three.
United back on level terms, but only momentarily, as Fabian Krislovic adds to his talent. It's been a good arm wrestle so far. Doyle exploring, trying to look off the D, couldn't finish it from close range. Krislovic can.
Which I think one man would be very happy is Marcus Lee playing this whole quarter right now.
Charmai's off them up. Well done, Newley kept it alive, and the throwdown belongs to Marcus Lee. 3 of 13 from long range, the JackJumpers.
So you got 10 O-boards, and then you leave Jack McVeigh wide open for a layup, essentially. It's gonna hurt you eventually. You keep giving up this many second chance opportunities.
Hobart, number 36 in the world, very good player. So a chance here for Melbourne. They've done well. Firing from deep and getting it done. First score since quarter time for Chris Goulding. Majet exploring against Peatling, takes him on, gets it done.
Well, they're going to count the bucket, but that's going to be a foul on Krislovic. Especially playing in my state. I think it's going to be awfully hard for Melbourne United to get over the line here, but they did a good job at weathering the storm in the first half. That's not a great possession. On the right page defensively.
And Isaac Humphries with a knee problem is going to sit for the rest of the game, as you mentioned. Played just for 3 minutes, scored the first bucket of the game. That's a nice finish at the other. Mason Peatling, who sits down with 3 fouls for the moment. So it's a recast Melbourne lineup. On top by 2 here. Magnay from close range draws a foul and will get a chance at the extra shooting night he was hoping for in front of mum and dad.
Sorry, Case. Yeah, they tried to run the exact same play there, Pete. Guard-to-guard screen in the ball screen, but that time CG43 saw it coming and blocked the roller. They got nothing out of it.
Didn't give up on the play. Got a hand to it.
Illy exploring against Doyle. Lob pass for Lee from close range. Adds another 2. Because he is so highly skilled in everything else that he does. 23 of 46 from the free throw line. White, fresh onto the floor, feeling confident, peels off the triple.
Yeah, that shot right there. You can get that any time in the offense, because that's going to play right into the JackJumpers' hands. Marcus Lee, right spot, right time. He's playing some really big minutes.
The arm wrestle continues. Krislovic, sag off him. Waits for Doyle, gets rid of Mays. And then from the foul line comes up with another 2. Taken free throws in the game. And 6 from Melbourne. Goulding couldn't get it done. Illy was patient and from close range adds another.
Yeah, you guys got it right. So when you analyse the play, you're looking for whether the defender has got legal game position, which he does. He's actually outside the semicircle. Doesn't move after that.
He wanted the chops as well. Penetration, look away pass, knocked down. They've coughed it up. McVeigh wide ahead of him as it goes hard to the hoop and comes up with the 2. They were tied at 44 when we started this quarter. Here's a chance for Goulding. Traffic against Doyle. Knocks down a tough 3. Majet can go 3-quarter court. Got a good look at it. All deflected. They keep it alive. Shot clock rolls to single digits here. Goulding. Hence Steindl, haven't seen a lot of it. Goulding knocks down another 3. He's got a game-high 22.
And Goulding gets loose. You can't be too close to this guy. He needs no space whatsoever, as we see some nice footwork.
Oh, boy.
Hello.
From no space to creating a lot of it, Milton Doyle.
21 and 5 of 9 threes. Got 22 on 5 of 9 threes here. Again, shot clock rolls to single digits. Doyle steps outside the 3-point line. The back-to-back triple. Melbourne led by 7 with 7 minutes to play when these teams last met in round 8. And it was Tassie in front at the end. So look out as Tucker takes them on. Nice finish and the flex afterwards.
And it gets to somebody who's at full speed going downhill. That time it was Rajon Tucker. He got his feet set and looked like he was going to detonate.
First score since half-time for Tucker, and muscling up there with Kelly adds to his.
Scott's going to him this stage mostly for defense. But right now, I'm interested to see how United run offensively. Good ball movement, kick. Yeah.
That's butter.
You got to be efficient with this lead.
They've won 4 of their last 5, 5 of their last 7. It's their best patch of form that they've had, and they're doing it with Lee swinging off the rim upstairs. He's got 18 on 9 of 11 shooting.
That mid-range is his game. I think that might be his understanding his thing. Shea Illy coming to the bench.
This is what it leads to.
Yeah, you're spot on.
And it didn't make any sense to me at the time, but now I understand. The same shot you can get in the first 5 seconds, you can get in the next 15 seconds as Xavier stuck with it because he is who he is.
And the
concussion for Dave Barlow as well. So
five concussions on the year for Melbourne United. It's really tough.
Doyle, the go-to man. 10 of their 14 points in this quarter.
It's going to be an easy 2 down the other end. That's how you break pressure.
Picks up the dribble. Majet, long way from the rack. Melbourne with a foul to give here. Majet goes to McVeigh, and he knocks down the 3. Provided by Newley. Works into the paint. Couldn't finish it, though, and here come the JackJumpers once more. Desperate for a score in this play phase, and Doyle decides the 3-ball is the way to go.
Loves the clutch.
Now the shot clock starts to become a factor. Golding with it. Red numbers on the shot clock. Works inside the 3-point line. Lee's tip-in is good enough. He's got 22 now. Has a new season high in points and has equalled his best with 10 rebounds and 4 blocks as well. Majet made room for the 2. Caught it deep. Lee got a piece of it. Comes to Illy. They lose Isaac Humphries in the opening quarter with a knee injury. They lose Dave Barlow in the opening quarter. They find a way to turn the game in the 3rd quarter, getting to the free throw line and open up an 8-point advantage. Get it out to as many as 13 here. They're just going to come up a little short despite the heroics here from Doyle, who's stripped of it by Tucker. Can celebrate with a jam!
Maybe that's exactly why. Scott Ross drawing something up.
Kelly can turn around and fire. They go for the 2, and it's all the bottom of the net for Rashard Kelly, but it's going to be Melbourne United looking to keep their season alive. They have done just that, and they have prevailed in the final analysis here by 7 points. Full time in Tassie. It's Melbourne United 92, the JackJumpers 85, in a very impressive display.